Hi everyone. Today we are going to start with the next topic of exercise 3.1 only. This will be the second part, and in this we are going to start with the topic equivalent rational numbers. Now what these are? Rational numbers which represents the same fraction. Fraction means the rational number. But for example, I am taking 1 by 2, 2 by 4, 3 by 6, 5 by 10 and so on. Now what is common in all this is I am taking 1 upon 2, 2 upon 4 I will be taking, 3 upon 6 I will be taking. For example, like this I am taking. Now if I am going to cancel these two, right? For example, I am cancelling this. 2 ones are 2 twos are. What is the fraction coming? 1 upon 2. Again see here. 3 ones are 3 twos are. So what is the fraction coming? 1 upon 2. So can you see that all these are having 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Even after cancelling 2 upon 4, I am getting 1 by 2 as the standard fraction. Even after cancelling 3 by 6, I am getting 1 by 2 as the standard fraction. So all these are called as the equivalent fraction. Okay, so these equivalent fractions are obtained by multiplying or dividing the numerator and the denominator by same number. Like for example, here also, if I am having 1 upon 2 and I want 2 upon 4, so what I am going to do is I am going to multiply and divide the numerator and the denominator with the same number. 2 into 2 I will be doing, because 2 ones are 2 and 2 twos are 4. So what is the fraction I am getting? 2 upon 4. So that's how I am going to get the equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction basically means to obtain the same fraction but by multiplying and dividing with the same number, right? So these are the equivalent fractions. Now let us see example 8. Find two rational numbers equivalent to minus 5 upon 6. Now if you have to find the equivalent fractions, what you are going to do is you are going to multiply and divide by the same number of your choice. I have taken here 2 upon 2, you can take 5 upon 5, you can take 10 upon 10, you can take 15 upon 15, any number you want to take you can take. But the only condition is that you have to multiply and divide by the same number. That's how you are going to get the equivalent rational numbers. Like for example, minus 5 upon 6 is there. So minus 5 upon 6 is there, and if I want to get the equivalent fraction, I will be multiplying with the same number and I will be dividing with the same number. So what I have done is multiplied by 2, divided by 2. 5 2s are 10. What is there? Plus minus minus. And here plus plus is there. So what will come here? Plus will come here. Next is minus 5 upon 6. Because they have asked me 2. So what I have done is firstly 2 upon 2. Then any other fraction again you can take. But the same number you have to multiply and divide. So I am dividing here by 3 upon 3. You can divide by 6 upon 6. You can multiply and divide by 9 upon 9. Any number you can take. Okay. Then 5 3s are 15. Minus will come, and 6 3s are 18. So the two rational numbers equivalent to minus 5 upon 6 are minus 10 upon 12, minus 15 upon 18. These two are there. Now why these two are equivalent? Let me tell you. If I am having minus 10 upon 12, now let me cancel these two because they are having the common multiple 2. Let me cancel it. 2 5s are 10 and 2 6 are. So what is coming? Minus 5 upon 6. See, it was there minus 5 upon 6. That's why these are equivalent fractions, because they are having the common multiple. Okay, now let's move to example number 9. Example 9 is again, now we have done this in question number 7, I guess. In question number 6 it was express minus 3 upon 4 as a rational number with the denominator 20. Now what you have to do here is minus 3 upon 4 is the fraction given to me, and they are saying I want a fraction. This fraction I want so that my denominator is 20. Now what I am going to multiply by 4 so that I can get 25, because 4 5s are 20. And if I am multiplying in the denominator, I will be multiplying the same number in the numerator also. So what is there? Minus 3 and 5. You have to multiply these two numerators with the numerators. 3 5s are 15. Minus sign is there, minus will come. So this is your answer. This is the rational number with the denominator 20, and that's what they have asked. Expressed minus 3 upon 4 as a rational number with the denominator 20. So what I have done, to get 20, I am going to multiply 4 by 5, and if I am going to multiply the denominator with 5, I am going to multiply numerator also with 5. 3 5s are 15. Minus sign is there, so this is your answer. Hence minus 3 upon 4 can be written as minus 15 upon 20. How? Because this 15 and 20, if I am going to cancel also on 5, see, even if I am going to cancel also on 5, 5 3s are 5 4s are, what is coming? Minus 3 upon 4. Same fraction is coming. Okay, so this was your way of doing the question. Now the next is express minus 2 upon 3 as a rational number with the numerator minus 12. Okay, so now we are having minus 2 upon 3, and now my numerator should be what? Minus 12. My numerator should be minus 12. Okay, so if I have to multiply this minus 2 with a certain number, then I should get minus 12. The other way of doing it is also like I can divide minus 12 and minus 2. Minus minus cancel, 2 ones are 2 sixes. So what I am going to do is I am going to multiply minus 2 by 6. Now just see, when I divided, I got the answer 6 here. The same number I am going to multiply here. Obviously because 2 6 are 12, and because minus sign is there, so I am going to place here minus. That's how also you are able to find it. Now I have multiplied in the numerator by 6. I will be multiplying in the denominator also by 6. 3 6 are 18. So this is my new fraction. Okay, so therefore minus 2 upon 3 will be minus 12 upon 18. Okay, so this was your example number 10. Now next is rational number in the standard form. Standard form means the simplest form. Like if I am going to cancel, it should not be further cancelled. If I am going to write 2 upon 4, this is a fraction, right? This is a rational number I am telling you. But if I have to write it in the standard form means that I am going to cancel them such that it is not further cancelled. Firstly, I am cancelling these two on a common multiple. They both are going on 2. 2 ones are 2 twos are. So it is 1 upon 2. Can I further cancel 1 and 2 on any common table? No. Because I cannot cancel these two on any common table, so this 1 upon 2 is the standard form of 2 upon 4. Let us take 15 upon 30. 15 ones are 50. 15 twos are 30. Now can I cancel these two? No, it will be 1 upon 2. You can take any other number also, like 36 upon 40 I am taking. Now I can see that these two are going on the table of 4. 4 9s are, 4 10s are. So what is coming? 9 upon 10. Now can 9 and 10 go on any other number? No, they cannot be. So 9 upon 10 is the standard form. Okay. Now let's move to the example 11. Before that, let's see what is written here. Means when numerator and denominator have no common factor other than 1. Right? That's what I have explained you. Now example 11. Example 11 is you have to express 16 upon 56 in standard form. Okay. So now 16 upon 56 is there. Okay. Now what you can do is either you can keep on cancelling. Firstly on 2, then 4. Like this you can cancel it. Let's do like this also. 2 8s are 16, then it will be cancelled on 28. Now again I know that these two are getting cancelled. 2 4s are, and then this is cancelling on 14. Again it is cancelling on 2. 2 2s are, 2 7s are. So now can 2 and 7 be cancelled? No, it cannot be further cancelled. So it will be 2 upon 7. Now this was like I have to think a lot about it on which it is going to be cancelled. The other way of doing is to find the HCF of 16 and 56. If you are going to find the HCF of 16 and 56, my HCF of 16 and 56 will be 8. Why? Because it is going to be, yes, it is going to be 8. So what I am going to do is, whatever HCF will come, 8 is the HCF of 16 and 56, I am going to divide that HCF with 16 and 56. In the numerator I am going to divide this, and in the denominator also I am going to divide it. So what will come? 16 is going on the table of 8 on 2. 56 is going on the table of 8 on 7. Just find the HCF, divide that HCF with the numerator and the denominator, and you will be getting the standard form. Okay, so that's how you are going to do example 11. Or if you want to do like this also without using the HCF, if you want to cancel it, you can cancel it. But please make sure that they should not be further cancelled. Okay. Now let's move to example number 12. Express 3 upon minus 15 as the standard form. Now there is a twist in this question. The twist is that in the denominator minus sign is there. When minus sign will be there in the denominator, what you are going to do is, first of all, the main purpose is just you have to see that what is the HCF of 3 and 15. The common factor is 3, so the HCF of 3 and 15 will be 3. But Now since this minus sign is in the denominator, so what you are going to do is you are going to divide the HCF with the negative sign in the numerator and also in the denominator. Again see, if in the denominator minus sign is there, what you are going to do is after finding the HCF, whatever HCF will come, you are going to divide that HCF in the numerator and in the denominator with the negative sign, because we are having negative sign in the denominator. So now when you are going to cancel or when you are going to divide it, what is there? Plus. What is plus minus? Minus. And 3 when divided by 3 will give you 1. And this minus and minus is what? Plus. And when 15 is divided by 3, it will give me 5. So answer is minus 1 upon 5. So why we have done this? Why we have divided by minus sign? Because we want minus in the numerator. Okay, you can do like this also. Fine, I hope it is clear to you. Now next is example 13. Now this is the most important example. Example 13, you have to tell that minus 7 upon 13 and 14 upon 26 are equivalent fractions or not. Now how you are going to tell? Just see, there are two ways of doing it. I'll be telling you both. First method is minus 7 upon 13 and this is given 14 upon 26. Now just look here. This is 7 upon 13 minus 7 upon 13. These two are not getting cancelled on any common table, so it will be as it is. Now 14 and 26, I can see that these two are getting cancelled on the table of 2. 2 sevens are, and this is going on 13, right? Or what else I can do here is 14 upon minus 26, I can divide with their HCF. I can divide with the HCF. Now since I know that in the denominator minus sign is there, HCF is 2 and in the denominator minus sign is there, so what I am going to do, minus I am going to take. Okay, so now what will come? Plus minus minus. 14 when divided by 2, 7, divided by minus minus plus, and when 26 is going to be divided by 2, it will give me 13, right? So that means minus 17 is at one side, and after solving 14 upon minus 26, I will be getting minus 7 upon 13. Can you see my left hand side and right hand side are coming same? Since they are coming same, that means these two fractions, minus 7 upon 13 and 14 upon minus 26, these both are equivalent fractions. Okay, now what is the method 2? Method 2, you will find it very easy. Minus 7 upon 13 is there and one side 14 upon minus 26 is there. So in method 2, what you are going to do is you are going to cross multiply. Cross multiply means the denominator which is on the other side is we are going to take up, and this 13 we are going to take to the other side in the numerator. Okay, if you are going to take minus 26 with minus 7, keep that minus 26 at the side of minus 27, sorry, minus 7. What I am going to do is minus 7 into minus 26, and this 13 I am going to take to this side, 13 into 14. Fine. Please, if you are going, again I am saying, do not change these positions. Do not write 14 into 13 this side while you are taking 13 to other side, and you are writing 14 into 13 to this side and minus 7 into minus 26 to this side. Wrong. Do not do this. Okay, so minus 7 to one side, minus 26 you are going to take up to this side with minus 7, and 13 you are going to take to the other side. Now let's multiply these two. When you are going to multiply, let me see what you will get. 182. Okay, so here you are going to get, when you are going to multiply 26 by 7, you will be getting 182. And what is minus minus? Plus. So this is 182. And when you are going to multiply this 13 and 14, you will be getting 182. Now you can see that this left hand side, these two values are equal. That means my left hand side is equals to right hand side. If these two values are equal, left hand side is equals to right hand side. Therefore, minus 7 upon 13 and 14 upon minus 26, we were talking about these two only. So minus 7 upon 13 and 14 upon 26 are equivalent fraction. So that's how you're going to find out. Okay, now on the basis of this example 13, in exercise 3.1, question number 10 is there. In this 10th question, we are having 3 parts and all are of the same concept, which I have explained you in method 2. right? You can use the first one also, you can use the second also, but in your books second method is used. So that's why I have explained you this, and I have solved the questions with the second method, right? Now let's do the first part. The first part is you have to check whether rational numbers are equivalent or not. See here, minus 8 upon 5 and 56 upon minus 35. Now these two are there. What I'm going to do here is to check whether they are equivalent or not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cross multiply. When I'm going to cross multiply, minus 35 will go with minus 8 in multiply. Like this it will go. Make sure two signs are never together, so use a bracket. And this 5 will go to the other side. So 5 will be multiplied by 56. Now what is minus minus? Plus. And when I'm going to multiply 35 by 8, I am going to get 280. And when I am going to multiply this 56 by 5, I will be getting 280. So both my sides are equal. Left hand side is equals to right hand side, because both my values are equal. If left hand side is equals to right hand side, that means the given two fractions, minus 8 upon 5, 56 upon minus 35 are equivalent fractions. Okay, that's how you're going to check whether they are equivalent or not. If you don't want to use this method, or if you want to do the other first one method, how you're going to do? Minus 8 upon 5 is there, and here it is 56 upon minus 35. Just see what is the HCF of this. HCF of 56 and 35. HCF means the common multiple, the highest common factor, and in this the highest common factor is 7. But in the denominator minus sign is there, so I am going to divide numerator and denominator by minus 7. Right? So now what it will be? On the table of 7, 56 will go on 8, but minus sign, because plus minus minus. Divide by, what is minus minus? Plus. And 35 is going on the table of 7 on 5. Can you see? This is also minus 8 upon 5. On the right side also minus 8 upon 5. Since these two are equal, left hand side is equals to right hand side, I will say minus 8 upon 5 and 56 upon minus 35 are equivalent fractions. Okay. So now let's move to B part. In B part also, what I have done is with the cross multiply method, 21 will go to minus 12. See here, it is minus 12 upon 7 and 32 upon 21. So these are the fractions. Again I am saying it, I have to cross multiply. Do not write, you will get to know that 7 you have to multiply with 32, but you have to take 7 to that side. Please do not write 7 into 32 to this side, and this minus 12 into 21. Don't write this, this will be wrong. If you are going to take 21 to up, minus 12 into 21, 21 will go that side and 7 will go to that side. Okay, now I, without even multiplying also, I can get to know that these two are not equal. Why? Because here the sign is of minus and this is plus. What is plus minus? Minus. The answer, the value here will be negative, and here no negative sign is there. That means the answer will be, or the value here will be positive. There the negative sign is there, here the positive sign is there. So that means these two are not equal. These two values will not come equal even after multiplying. Even after multiplying also, this will come minus 252 and this will come 224. Are they both same? No. My left hand side is not equals to right hand side, and if they are not equal, then minus 12 upon 7, 32 upon 21 are not equivalent. Okay, that's how we have written here. Okay, now C part you can see, and you can do it by yourself also. You just have to cross multiply. When minus 36 will go to that side, minus minus plus, and 3 will go to 84 in multiplication, it will be in plus only. Then answer you will get to know. Okay, fine. Now let's move to example 14. I hope on the basis of example 13 you will be able to do now question number 10 of exercise 3.1. Now let's move to example 14. What example 14 is, you have to find A such that these two fractions are equivalent. Okay, now what is the meaning of this line? When they have given us minus 56 upon 63 and A upon minus 9, they are saying that these two fractions are given to me and these two fractions are equivalent. Equivalent means that the value of this on the left hand side and the right hand side will be same. For that, what I am going to place in between? Equals to sign. If they are equivalent, that means these two fractions are equal. Now what I am going to do here is cross multiply. Minus 9 will go to that side. 63 I will not take with a because I want the value of a, and if a is alone then only I am going to find the values. So minus 56 will be multiplied by minus 9 because 9 I have taken up, divided by 63. Now let us divide. Minus minus plus, so the answer I am going to get is in plus. 9 ones are 9, 7s are 63, 7 ones are 7, 8s are 56. 8 will come and minus minus plus, so that means the value of this is going to be 8. Are you getting this? So this was example number 14. Please see here also. Now we have to find the value of a. Since a has to be kept alone in one side, minus 9 will go to other side, and then we are going to calculate, and I will be getting the answer. A is equals to 8. Now on the basis of this, we are having question number 11. In question 11 we are having two parts, right? So find a such that, now just see here, first part is 25 upon 125 equals to 100 upon a. Now what I am going to do here is, since a is in the denominator, I am going to cross multiply. Okay, because a is in the denominator and I want a alone in the numerator. What I am going to do is, firstly I am going to take a up, cross multiply 25 into a, and this 125 will go up, 125 into 100. Fine. Now just see here, a is there, I want a alone, and 25 is in multiply with a. Then on the other side when I am going to take it, it will come in divide, so 25 will come down. Okay, now 25 ones are 25, 5s are 125, and when I am going to multiply 5 by 100, I will be getting 500. So this value will be 500. Okay, see here, you can see the solution here. Fine. Similarly we are having the b part. Now in b part, a upon 84 is equals to 2 upon 4 upon 504. Now this is the question given to me. Look, now a is alone in the numerator, that's what I wanted, right? So I am not going to shift a anywhere because a is already in the numerator. Now 84 will go on the other side, up. 204 into 84 divided by 504. Now what you are going to do is, you are going to cancel these. Let's cancel it. Let me cancel this on the table of 4. It will go on 21, then it will go on 126. Then again I am going to cancel these two on 3. 3 7s are 21, and this will go on 42. Then 7 ones are 7 6s are, and then I am going to cancel these two. 6 ones are, and then this is 34. So the value of a is going to be 34. So on the basis of example 14, we have done question number 11, which is having two parts. I hope this is clear to you. Now we are left with question number 8 and question number 9. So let's see. These are very easy questions. Question 8 is based on example number 8. Question 8 is based on example number 8, in which we have to find the two rational numbers which are equivalent, right? So what we had to do here is, instead of 2, now they are asking 4 rational numbers which are equivalent to each. Now 4 upon 9 is there. I want to know what is the equivalent fraction of this. To find the equivalent fraction, I am going to multiply and divide with the same number, right? Any numbers you can take. Firstly I have taken 2, then 3, then 4, and then 5 I have taken, so that my calculation is easy, because they are asking only 4 rational numbers. So for 4 rational numbers I have taken 2, 3, 4 and 5, and to find the rational numbers I am going to multiply and divide by the same number, right? Then 4 upon 9 is there. First of all I have multiplied and divided by 2. Then you can multiply numerator with the numerator, denominator with the denominator. Please do not cancel anything. Like for example here 2 1s are, 2 2s are. Please do not cancel it. You don't have to cancel it. You are finding the equivalent fractions, not the standard form. So to find the equivalent fraction, you are going to multiply and divide by the same number. Now next is 4 upon 9. You are going to multiply and divide by 3. Next is 4 upon 4. You are going to multiply by 4 and divide by 4. The numerator will be multiplied with numerator and denominator will be denominator. 4 4s are 16, 9 4s are 36. Then a part. Then 4 upon 9 into 5 upon 5. I have multiplied and divided by 5. 4 5s are 20, 9 5s are 45. Similarly, you can do the B part also. In B part, we are having minus 3 upon 5. Again, we have to find 4 equivalent fractions. So what I'm going to do, first of all, multiply and divide by 2, then multiply and divide by 3, multiply and divide by 4, then multiply and divide by 5. Then you are going to multiply the numerator with the numerator and denominator with the denominator. Likewise, you can do all the parts A, B, C and D. All parts you can do like this. Okay, let me explain you D part. I'll be showing you how you have to do the D part. It is very simple. 7 upon minus 9, first of all you are going to multiply and divide by 2. Then 7 upon minus 9 you are going to multiply and divide by 3. Any number you can take, 2, 3, 7, 9, any number you can take. 7 upon minus 9 into 4 upon 4, 7 upon minus 9 into 5 upon 5. Okay, now 2 7s are 14 upon minus sign is there, so minus will come. 9 2s are 18. Now see the next, 7 3s are 21 divided by minus sign is there, so minus will come here. 9 3s are 27. Next, 4 7s are 28 divided by minus sign will come because only one minus sign is there, and 9 4s are 36. Now 7 5s are 35 upon minus 45. So 14 upon minus 18, 1 2 3 4. All these are the equivalent fractions. Fine. Now let's move to question number 9, in which you have to find the standard form. Now this question number 9 is based on the example 12. The way we have done example 12, same way we are going to do question number 9. Now in A part, we are having the fraction 2 upon minus 14. Now what you are going to do here is, you are going to firstly find the HCF of 2 and 14. HCF means the highest common factor. You have to check that which is the highest common factor of 2 and 14. Both are having the common factor 2, right? So what I'm going to do, HCF of this is going to be 2 and 14 is going to be 2. But since in the denominator we are having negative sign, so we are going to take negative, right? Now next, 2 upon minus 14 is there. 2 upon minus 14, I am going to divide the numerator and the denominator with the HCF. What is the HCF? Minus 2. Now let's see. Here plus sign is there. What is plus minus? Minus. 2 divided by 2 will give me 1. Divided by minus and minus plus. 14 is going on the table of 2 on 7. So that means 2 upon minus 14, if I am going to write this in the standard form, is minus 1 upon 7. See, we have to show this explanation how we have done this. Orally, if I want to do, how I can do, 2 upon minus 14 is given to me. I know that 2 and 14 are going on the table of 2. 2 1s are, 2 7s are. So answer is minus 1 upon 7. Because here is plus, here is minus. What is plus minus? Minus. That's how also we can do. But we have to show some explanation we have to show. Only this much part we have to show. Right? That on which table we have cancelled. That's what is the HCF. On what common table we have cancelled this, we are going to write here. That's why we are writing like this. Okay, otherwise it is very simple, like this also we can do, but we have to show here. Okay, now let's move to the B part. Minus 10 upon minus 8. Now I can see that the highest common factor here is 2, because 10 and 8, they both are going on the table of 2, and minus means plus. So what I am going to do here is, I am going to divide 10 minus 10 and minus 8 by 2. Now 10 when divided by 2 will give me 5. And what is minus plus? Minus. Again minus plus minus, and 8 when divided by 2 will give me 4. Minus cancelled because minus is plus. So answer is 5 upon 4. Next, similarly we can do the C part also. Now C part is 32 upon 28. If I am going to find the HCF of 32 upon 28, I can see that 32 and 28 are going on the table of 4, right? Now if somebody doesn't know how to find the HCF, just do one thing. If I have been given 32 and 28, what you are going to do is 32 and then 28. 2, 16, 2, 8, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1. First of all, find the LCM. 14, 2 and then 7. Now what you are going to do here is 32. Now what are the factors of 32? Just see the common multiples. 2 is here 2 times and 2 is also here 2 times, right? So that means the HCF of 32 and 28 is going to be 4 because 2 into 2 will be 4. Fine. So that was a quick recap of how to find the HCF. Now HCF is 4. Whatever is the HCF, I am going to divide this fraction 32 upon 28 with the HCF, right? So 32 divided by 4, 28 divided by 4. When 32 I am going to divide by 4, it will give me 8, and 28 is going on the table of 4 on 7. And simply if you want to check 32 upon 28, let us cancel these two. 4 8s are 32, 4 7s are 28. What is the fraction? Standard fraction 8 upon 7, because they cannot be further cancelled, right? But you have to tell on which table you have cancelled. So you are going to show that this I have cancelled on 4, like this. That's it. Okay, that's how we have shown here. Now the next is minus 16 upon 20. You can find it by HCF. You can find 4 and then you can divide it. Now see the next E part. Again 24 upon 80. 24 upon 80, if it is there, you have to check the HCF. The HCF of 24 and 80 will be 8. That means the highest common factor on which these two numbers are going on any table is 8. So minus 24 upon 80, I have written it here as it is. I have divided numerator and the denominator by 8. Now 24 is going on the table of 8 on 3. What is minus plus? Minus. This is plus, this is plus. Plus plus is there. Then 80 is going on the table of 8 on 10. Fine. Now let's move to F part. Again you can see that 28 and 63 is going on 7. I can clearly see that 28 and 63 are going on the table of 7. So HCF will be 7. Right, and then divide it and you will be getting 4 upon 9 as the standard form. Standard form means which you cannot further cancel on any common table. So with this, your exercise 3.1 is finished. You can complete the exercise 3.1 in your fair notebooks, and please practice the examples also. Thank you.